Hello YouTube and welcome back to another video. In this video I'm going to be showing you how you can actually check to see if a Pokemon game is legitimate and authentic. So in the past few years Pokemon has really exploded more than it ever has before, and that just sounds crazy to me because I remember back in the 90s whenever these things first came out they were big, and today they've gotten even bigger. And with COVID-19 going on and everyone being locked up in their house, a lot of people are revisiting these old games, and people are actually purchasing these games again to relive their childhood or things of that nature. And then you also have other people like me who collect these. But the growing question is, how can you tell if a Pokemon game is legitimate? Because if you go over to the most popular place there is to actually buy old video games, eBay, and you start scrolling through a bunch of the items here, you're going to find out that these vary in price significantly and they all look a little different. And you also have a bunch of people saying that games are authentic when they're really not. So let me scroll back over here and I'm going to show you what you need to look for. So what I have here, I actually have 6 authentic games. I have the games inside of the boxes, and then I have these games out here. So there's 6 total of each one. And what you want to look for, and I'm going to pull Pokemon Yellow out first so we can look at it. Every authentic Pokemon game in the Generation 1 series, being red, blue, or yellow, will have an authentication number imprinted right there. And this is the factory number from where the card was actually printed, so the production run number. It is kind of hard to see if I can just angle the light just right. Okay, so it's right there. That is production number 12. This was actually the first run production of Pokemon Yellow. There's a production run of 12, 22, and I believe 32 for Pokemon Yellow. And that is the first thing that you want to look for whenever you are verifying that your Pokemon game is legitimate. And as I said, it is like that on every one of the games. So if I shine it right there, you can see the production number is actually printed a little off. Let the camera zoom in here. And that production number, let's see if I can see here, it's actually 04 because red and blue came out before yellow. So the production number on this blue version is 04. Something else that you want to look for, which this is a dead giveaway if it is a fake game, because, well, let's say that you no longer have the original sticker for your game. A lot of people replace the sticker so it wouldn't have that imprint. I get that. Stickers wear off over time. But what they don't replace, and they can't, is the Nintendo Game Boy right there. So if I zoom in here, you can see it says Nintendo Game Boy across the top. That is an authentication saying that it is an original Nintendo Game Boy cartridge. So if I go right back over here to my display window, I actually have one brought up, not that one. It is, yeah, right here. Now this one actually says that it is a reproduction, but you can see right here that this actually says game, G-A-M-E, right across the top. It does not say Nintendo Game Boy. That is another way to verify it, and you have to look out for that because you have people on eBay that are reselling these reproduction games as legitimate when they're not. Okay, so that is 2 methods of finding legitimacies in video games. For instance, this right here, you can see that this label is printed dark. It doesn't have the imprinted number for the production run. Therefore, the label is not authentic, but it is a Nintendo Game Boy cartridge. Now, something that you want to also look for is whenever they're selling them in bundles like this, where they have the original Game Boy game box with the game itself. You want to look at the ESRB rating on the box and see if it is a white E or if it is a dark E or a black E. And the reason for that, the original run of Pokemon, it ran, and that was whenever the ESRB rating on these games were white. Now, halfway through the production run of these games, they changed from a white label to a black label. So if you ever see a box with the let me see here. If you ever see a Pokemon game like this right here that says it is authentic, complete, you read the description, it says, I would guarantee it says that I've had this since a child, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I am the original owner of this game. If you look at this, it says that it is a black E with a white E on the game itself. That means that that box did not actually ship with that game. So he might have been the original owner of the game. That's just not that exact game, or it's not that exact box. Okay, so let's go back. So we know that right there, that is not technically authentic. This right here, if you ever see this, obviously Nintendo did not come out with a Game Boy Pokemon Yellow edition that was for the regular Nintendo. That's obviously not real. But let's look back at these games right here. So you may have noticed that in one of those pictures it showed the Pokemon Blue had a separate insert. That is actually incorrect. In the original Pokemon Blue release, if I have it right here, I open this up. Red and Blue actually shipped with a insert that was built into the boxes. So it actually held the Pokemon Blue games. If I open this up, you can see that there is a cardboard sleeve right there that the game was supposed to go into. If I take all this out, the original game. It's been a long time since I opened this one. Okay. The original game actually goes right in there. And that is the way that it shipped. That was for Pokemon Red and Blue. Pokemon Yellow, on the other hand, actually has an insert for it. So let's change that around. See it? But the Pokemon Yellow that we have right here, if we open that up, see, it opens up that way. Make sure I don't damage this. Okay, you can actually see that it has a game insert separate. So right there. Now, you may notice that that E, like I said, it's different than that E. That was not the game that came in this box. That was the game that came in this box. I just had that one left over as another piece. I wanted the outside one to match the box in front. Anyway, that one did not come in there. But that is the game insert that Pokemon Yellow had. So if we go back over here to this other one that I was showing you that had, yes, that right there. Pokemon Blue did not come with that insert in it. So you're getting a bonus insert with that, but more than likely that is not a legitimate box. So how do people get the boxes when they're not legitimate? Well, it's easy. People remake and resell the boxes. You can get a whole set of these for darn near nothing, and you can get them printed any way you want, and they look authentic. And then you can get your original game, and then you can package it up and sell it with it. Or you can just go on eBay and buy two of these that are legitimate. These two are actually legitimate games. You can see the numbers on the one on the right, that is 22, and it's right below the wing, while on the one on the left, let's see if it's, is it this one? Nope, that's this one. Yep, it's 22 in the wing. So those two are legitimate copies. You could buy these, and then people will go over here and they will buy this set that has the two games, and they'll bundle them together and say they're authentic when they're not. So those are the ways to look at the boxes and the cases with the ESRB rating on it. Now, there are a few instances where the ESRB rating was actually not printed on the box, and these were misprints. For instance, let's see here. I know I have it somewhere. Okay, this right here. There was a very short run with a few of the Pokemon games that did not have the rating stamped on the box, but it was on the card. These are very hard to come by, very rare to find. However, they do exist. That being said, it is for the first production run, so the label has to be a white E label. On the other hand, if you find a box that does not have that on it and the Pokemon game is a dark E label like this, that is completely fake. Because the dark E label never ran with a production line that didn't have an ESRB rating on it that I'm aware of. So you really have to watch out for people bundling these together and selling them as legit when they're not. Okay, the final little bit of information to check to see if this is legitimate or not, and this is why I left this open. Now, these games and the manuals for them right here, they may look identical to one another. This is the one for yellow, and I'm going to bring out the one for blue again. And red, they look the same, as I said. The difference is there is a number. There's a number right up here. That number, whenever it zooms in, the APEE, come on, zoom in, PEE. That number right there, or that combination of letters, that is for Pokemon Blue. If we look at the manual for Pokemon Yellow, it is APSE. That is the manual for Pokemon Yellow. And Yellow actually has a little bit extra that you can flip to the page right in here and see, where it actually has the page about Pikachu's moods. This is not in the other games, obviously, because Pikachu is, well, not a character that could follow behind you. So I'm going to go ahead and open up red so you can see here. There we go. Again, Pokemon Red came with a built-in insert. The Pokemon Red manual, as it says right there, it's APAE. So APAE is for Pokemon Red. One more thing that I forgot to mention before is the replacement batteries. Now, these Pokemon games do actually run out of battery life. You know, the batteries technically die in them, and you can recharge these batteries if you know how to do that. There's a YouTube video on our channel that shows you how to recharge these batteries so you don't actually have to replace them. But just keep in mind that there are people that do replace these batteries. And if you're okay with that, then you can. I personally don't think that it's authentic. because whenever the battery is replaced, you actually have to open up these video games, remove the battery, remove some of the solder from the motherboard of the game, resolder a new battery on there, and then you have to put it back together. For instance, this game right here, Game Boy Pokemon Yellow Special Edition Authentic New Save Battery. That means that this game was taken apart, has a new battery put in it, and resoldered back together, equipped with a brand new save battery. If the person doesn't know exactly what they're doing, they can ruin the board. There's a picture of the save battery, and that's the one that they are going to have to resolder, put a new battery in there, solder it back on there. Once they do that, they've cracked into the game, they've replaced original hardware. I don't think it's authentic, and I don't feel like it's original. But that's just me. Well, I'd like to thank you all very much for watching. I just went over all of the methods and ways that you can use to verify if a game is authentic, or if you are looking to buy an authentic game. I've just shown you ways that you can check to see if a game is actually authentic or not. If you like this video, give us a like, give us a thumbs up. Please comment down below. Let us know what we did wrong, what we can improve on, and please give us subscribers. We are trying to reach our subscriber goal of 1,000. Please go ahead, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and I will see you all next time. Thank you very much.